Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Aditya Orange and in this video we're going to learn about how we can add new columns in data frame, how we can delete existing columns in data frame, how we can update existing values in data frame, and two important functions which are iter rows and iter items. Okay, so let's start. So let's import the pandas first and then we will create a new data frame a equal to p dot capital D capital F. Inside I will pass a list, data in a list. Okay, so let's have 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, this is my data comma, let's assign columns to. Okay, columns equal to, I'll have 3 columns now. So A comma B comma C, and let's give index 2 equal to, I'll have how many, 3 rows and 3 columns. So X comma Y comma Z. So this is our new data frame. So let's add a new column to it. So how will we add? So A, like we access new like we access columns, same way we can do access a new column which does not exist. So that new column equal to, let's assign values. So that values will be given to the new column. So let me give values like this, 11 comma 12 comma 13. So if I do enter, now if I see, now I see my new column. That way we have added new columns. So while adding new columns, we can take values from existing columns as well. So let's add one more column, E equal to, let's do A of A plus A of B. Okay, so now if I see A, I have a new column E which is sum of A and B. So 1 plus 2 equal to 3, 3 plus 4 7. Same way I can do, let's update D. Okay, A of D, if it exists it overrides the existing values. If it does not exist, it creates new column. Okay, equal to A of E minus A of C. Okay, so now if I see A, now E is, what was D, sorry, D is E minus C. So 3 minus 3 0, 7 minus 5 2, 11 minus 7 which is 4. Okay, so now we have seen how we can add new columns, update existing columns, do arithmetic operations while adding columns. Now we'll see how we can delete these columns. So for deleting we have 3 functions, del, pop and drop. So how we will use del space whichever column we want to delete. So how we access it, let's see E. So this is how we access it. So we write space and del keyword before it. Now if I do this, now my new array is, data frame is this. So same way if I want to use pop, so pop is a function of data frame. So we have to write like a dot pop, and then in bracket we have to give the column which we want to delete. So column is C. So these are A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, Z are character values. So I'm using quotes. So if these were numeric values, I would have directly given those values. Like if the columns were default columns 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so I would have given 1 directly without using quotes. So if I do enter, so it shows which column I wanted to delete and it deleted it from the data frame. So A is A, B, D. So C is gone now. Now the third function, which is drop. So drop will do same way, A dot drop. In drop we can do delete in 2 ways. Either we can delete columns or we can delete rows. So columns are like this, A, B, C, D, and they are horizontal. Okay. The data is stored vertically, but they are horizontal to each other. So to delete in horizontal way, the axis for horizontal is 1. So 1 is like this, it's opposite, as I said in earlier video. And 0 is default, which is vertical. So, and indexes are stored like this. Values are horizontally, but the indexes are like this, vertically, A, X, Y, Z. So you want to delete index or the rows, we use 0 axis and give the corresponding name. If you want to delete columns, they are horizontal to each other, we use 1 in axis. So I want to delete Z row. So the row with index is Z. So Z comma one property which is axis equal to, for they are vertically stored, X, Y, Z. So axis is 0. So A is not updated, I have to do like this. It shows what the result will be after deletion, so I have to update it to A equal to this. So now A is XY, so Z is removed. Now if I want to delete D column, I will do this. Okay. So now D is also gone, column, and we change the axis to 1. So now you have seen how we can delete rows and columns. Now let's see how we can add one data frame to another data frame. So let's create B equal to a new data frame, P dot, and as I said earlier, we can create data frame using another data frame. So let's give A only. So now B is same, A is same. So now we have functions like these also, B dot add. Now if I give 3, so now B is this, A is this, B is same only. As I said, when you give this, you have to do B equal to. So the output result will get reassigned. It is just showing me how, what the values will be after the operation. So now B is this. Now I can do C equal to A plus B. So my C is a new data frame, which is this, A plus B. C equal to A, B minus A. So I get C as this. C equal to A star B. Let's see what we get. C is this. So each corresponding element got multiplied. So this into this, so 0, 0, value at 0, 0 got multiplied to value at 0, 0 in another data frame. Similarly for all others. So that's how it is. So divide also, we can do this also, arithmetic operation between data frame. So now we will see those two functions which I said earlier, iter rows and iter columns. So what iter rows does is, so how many rows we have, so it helps us to go through these data frame row by row. So it will give us two data set. So think of it as two lists. So iter rows will give row index in one data set and the values in that row in another data set. So we will have to go through these values one by one. So for how many rows we have, that many values we will have in data set. So to go through a set, we will use for loop. Okay. So as we have two values, so for RID row index, comma RV row value in. So these are just variable, you can name it anything you want, in the function which is a dot iter or iterating means going through something one by one. Iter rows is the function. So in that we will do message first. We will say index equal to, okay, and we will move on to next line. Slash n just adds one more line, new line. So the content after slash n will be displayed on another line. Slash n means new line, okay, comma RID. So that is one thing I want to print for each row. Another thing is the value. So values are Same in next line, I want to print the values. Okay, so which is RV. I hope you know for loops. So one by one we will go through all the data. So this was our A. So we are going row by row. So index is X, and for that A, B we have 1, 2. Index is Y. In that, for column A and column B we have 3 and 4 respectively. So the data is, index is, this is the message I printed, and the value which we got from the two data set. So here in the first data set I have the two data set which the iter rows gave. In the first data set I have, what do I have? The index name, which is X. So index equal to X, and the next I'm printing the values are. The values are in the next data set. The first value, corresponding value, index is X, values are A, we have 1. For B, column B, we have 2. And it also showed name equal to X, data type equal to int 64. So that we have for one set. Now, I wrote like for RID, RV in this. So whatever is here, it is a data set, and these two or whatever here it is going through the data set one by one. So initially these two took these values, so X and values inside that. It went inside the loop and executed the loop. So we printed these values X and Y one by one. It came out, and then again it took next value. So next row index and next row values, and went inside and printed the data. Again, if we have more values, it will take these value and go inside print. So it will do this till how many values we have, until we are done with all the values given by the iter rows. Okay. So same way, next we saw index equal to Y, and the values are, for A we have 3, for B we have 4 here. For A we have 3, B we have 4. If we had more rows, it would have continued for till the end, last row. So that way we can iterate or read through the data frame one by one, row wise, row by row. So the next we have iter item. So here we were going for index row values, index row values, row by row. There we will go, if this is the data frame, column value and the values in the column, column value and the column name and the values in the column, column name and the column values, column name and the column values. That column by column we will go. So same thing here, I have to change this to iter items. So it would have been better if it said iter calls. So row value instead of row, column value, row index or column ID or column name. That's a representation only. So name could have been anything. Call equal to call value. If I do enter, so I got this call equal to A. So we have A, B. So we have this A, B, X, Y, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first it took two data set, it gave column name and column values. So name is column name is A and the values in that column. Column name is B and the value in that column. So data frame is like this, column A, B, C, that is stored in one data set. These values are stored in another data set. So we are moving through or going through these values one by one. So column equal to A, values are for X and Y are index. So for in one column, for X we have 1, for Y we have 3. So in next column name equal to B, for X we have 2, for X, Y we have 4. So we went through the columns one by one. Okay. So that's all about this video. In later we will see the advanced operations and other operations on data frame. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.